Just a video of Mapperton Marsh farm the day that we're moving out, just to show its current condition and that we've cleaned it and left it in a good order. It's just rainwater and water in there. Floor's nice and clean. That's outstanding damage that was already there. I've swept and mopped all the floors, cleaned all the kitchen tops, cleaned inside and outside of the Rayburn or Arga to the best of my abilities. Swept behind where the kitchen cooker was. Cleaned out all the pantry cupboards. Cleaned the work surfaces. And inside all of the cupboards, everything's been removed. Cleaned the windows to the best of my ability. Obviously they were covered in mould, so I think we've done quite a good job cleaning it off there. Come through to the hallway and then outside to the office. Again, pre-existing mould, and again sort of quite a lot of mould around the windows that I've tried to get off, but left this room as clean as possible. I've tidied out everything that was under the cupboard here and left only what was here when we moved in, which was a couple of curtains, some old lino flooring, some of the new parquet flooring that they put down, and an old blind. Cleaned and rug doctored the carpets. You can see just in the far corner here, this is the stain that was left when Guy Crab, I think they're called, the plumbing company, left the tap open on that radiator. Cleaned all the walls to the best of my abilities, considering they're quite old anyway. I think they've been painted for years and years and years. And this stain here, I believe, has come from underneath the carpet. We used to have a kid's playpen that sat here, and then we had an L-shaped sofa. It came out like this in that direction, so if you can imagine the sofa came across like that, and then there was a kid's, almost like a playpen, if you like, that sat behind there. So the whole time we've lived here, we've had a sofa over this patch, and we've never spilt anything on it. I've tried to go over it with a rug doctor, and it smells like mould or like mildew, and I've looked online, and the colour has come up a little bit, but not substantially, sorry, and I think it might be sort of water rising from beneath, which would make sense because this whole parquet flooring was coming up and was all damp and was lifting up before we decided to put this carpet down. And then into the downstairs bathroom. Again, left it as clean as we possibly can. It's an old house, so it took an awful lot of cleaning. These windows were black all the way around with mould, but I've tried my best to get it all off. Descaled and cleaned all the taps, descaled the handles, descaled the toilet lid joints, cleaned all the toilets, left a toilet brush there, I think that's okay. Cleaned all the mould that was on the back door here, then into the living room. There marks where our sofa was, hopefully that will come out in a few days. Again, used rug doctor, which we rented from, I think, the Cole, I think, the Sainsbury's, to clean all the carpets in here. In fact, I must take that off. That's a sticky that we use to keep our kids safe. Take that away. And again, cleaned all the windows that were completely covered in mould. Again here, you can see sort of remnants of the mould that was coming in. Let's go up the stairs. There are a few handprints on the walls. Tried to clean them off, but they just won't come off. I think it's just sort of sticky residue from our little kids when they've had dinner and stuff like that. But the stairs and the carpets are nice and clean. I've hooved them all, used a rug doctor on them. And again, rug doctored all these carpets. This very first window was absolutely covered in mould. I mean, like, it took me probably about 3 hours to clean this window itself. Loads and loads of products, and I've got it to the best I can at the moment. Just move into the bathroom, start there. This is the bathroom. Left it nice and clean, no damage, no nothing. Descaled the taps, descaled the plug, descaled the brackets there. Cleaned the top, needs another flush. There's a long scale cleaner in there. Everything is intact as it was when we moved in. The smallest bedroom here has almost been untouched. We never really use this room, just for storage. But again, the windows were black and it took me ages to clean them all off. Just cleaned out what was in these rooms. I need to bring that mirror with me today. And then into what was my office. Again, room is nice and clean, no damage. No damage to the carpets, no damage to the walls. All the wardrobes are completely, operating as they were originally. Again, same issue with the windows here, just covered in mould. And then move over to what was my son's bedroom. Just some marks in the carpet. We had a dresser, which I presume will come out over the next few days. Again, the window was completely filthy, but we've cleaned that all off. And the wardrobes are fine, the taps work, there's no damage to the walls. And then over to our bedroom. The windows in here were just completely, almost like soot black. I just couldn't keep on top of it. I'd clean it and then a week later it would all come back again, so I presume, well, I know for a fact that's what will happen as soon as we move out, all this mould will return. The carpets are just the same as we moved in. There's no stains, no marks, no scuffs. Again, that little mark was always there, but I think it looks worse because that's where the sort of our dressing table had been. So hopefully those marks will come out of the carpet as it fluffs back up again, if you like. The light's still working as it always was. The taps have been cleaned and descaled, and we've hoovered and rug doctored this whole carpet as well. There were initially already stains around this area when we first moved in, but there's no other stains. I think that's about it, really.